Hello everybody, how are you doing? Welcome to Betway's Weighted to Win. Hope all is good on your side. We're on the stand side track at Turffontein and we're about to go on to race number 2 and talk about that. Who other than Daryl Marie to chat about the rest of the day. He's a little bit aggravated because things are not falling into place. So I can see he's not himself. I need you to be yourself.
Yeah, please help me change the form, Clyde. You got any ideas?
Holy water, holy water.
Have you got someone new?
Bring. No. I must bring holy water and bless. Okay.
Clyde, we're on to the stand side track.
Yeah.
Let's hope this is the change of form for us. Opening leg of the bar pots. I've opted to banker the filly, Exceedingly Glam. Okay. Now, Clyde, you know she's a full sister, right? Mm-hmm. Listen to this. Yeah. To Elegant. Who was the filly that won yesterday? Of Lucky Udlakis?
Elegant Ice, what's it?
Elegant Ice, yes. She's a full sister, Clyde.
Really?
Yeah.
That one impressively, yeah, sure.
Very, she's a lovely filly that I've always liked her. And she was best weighted. You know, this game is so easy looking back. I mean, I wish that was the case. Clyde, but she is a filly. Now, prior to Hat Trick or Treat running, that form line was dead, Clyde. Have a look at it while we're chatting over here.
Yes.
There were 7 runners, and all 7 had run unplaced in the next start. But that Hat Trick or Treat came out and ran 3rd in his handicap debut. I like the fact that she's having her first run up the straight. I like the fact that she's going to strip fitter. She's drawn on the right side, and she gets her sex allowance. So I'll be very disappointed if she misses the top 2. But there are a few in here that you have to be concerned about. Number 7, Hemisphere, was actually scratched out at the Vaal on Thursday. You know that?
Yes.
A bruised heel. Let's see if he takes his place on Saturday. He's got that power form line, the Cape form line, Clyde, but he was beaten a long way. He only beat 2 horses home who appear to be very moderate themselves. And then number 4, Brigham, no anti-post support for him. And the 6, Grey Jet. I had a look at his siblings. All his siblings won over 1,600 or further. But the booking of Gavin Lorena could prove key over here. Okay.
Well, interesting. We have got a rerun for you here. We want to have a look at this horse that Daryl is obviously referring to and take a look at Glamorous Glam. Let's talk us through it.
Yeah, there she is. It was her first run after a long layoff, Clyde. The winner got away from her, but she was staying on startly throughout. Admittedly, the horses behind her haven't franked the form, but I think this filly's got a little bit of scope about her. You can see, I think there's something there, Clyde, to work with.
Does appear to be the case. She does seem to be a very good mover, and I'm sure we'll enjoy the stand side track at Turffontein. There's Daryl's bipot. Everybody, let's get straight into it now. We'll be bankering Exceedingly Glam. Hopefully the draw won't be over up the straight. It will be obviously in her favour. By banker 2, by banker 2, by 458, by 379, by 3 and 8. Maiden class field now. They're going over 1,400 metres, and Chacha is the horse to beat in a race like this. We're going to have just a quick update on the betting just to see what Betway are doing. And 12 to 10 about number 2, Chacha, Friday morning. Remember when we do the show, Friday at around 10 o'clock. 6, One More Star, second favourite at 28 to 10. And 4 to 1 about number 7, Pioneer Square, as the third choice in the market. Now, we've got Chacha's last run. Take a look at this grey horse. He seemed to be all at sea here, Daryl. Not sure how to place his legs.
Yeah, and that's the reason why I think he's going to love the long run-in on the Turffontein stand side track, Clyde. You know, he had every opportunity to put this race to bed over here, and Ombudsman got given a perfect ride on that occasion, just got the better of him in the latter stages. Take note who ran 3rd, Panning Gold. He's subsequently franked that form.
Okay. All right, well, that's at least good to know. So, is he hard to beat, Chacha, in your play, or how do you see it?
Listen, Clyde, he has proven a little bit costly. I mean, he's run second in his last 2 starts. And,
but his penultimate was to Heather Boy, I mean.
Yeah.
We'll
now, that's the form line I want to touch on, Clyde. That Heather Boy form line. I need to touch on that. You know why? Obviously, the 3rd place runner won effortlessly, Dance King, by Street. The 4th place runner, Hair Trigger, won by, I think, 3 or 4 lengths. In that race, Clyde, a horse who ran stone last in that race was Zafar. Zafar was beaten 11 lengths by Chacha. Now, I don't know how much you can read into that, but Zafar actually beat his biggest rivals over here. One More Star, number 6, and Pioneer Square. No, One More Star and Pioneer Square, yes. Zafar beat both of them. And he beat Zafar by 11 lengths.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe Zafar ran below par on that occasion. One More Star, you know, is a half brother to Malmoose. Good improvements in his second start when returning from a rest. There was a lot of support for him on that occasion. Pioneer Square. We heard rumors about the son of Karari before he actually came to the track. He let the side down on debut. He's got a lot of scope for improvement. He could be much better than that and even go close to reversing the form with One More Star. I don't know, Clyde. But Ichacha, I think on the stand side track, be very disappointed if he doesn't finish in the top 3 for the PA. You can see I bankered him in the bipod too.
Okay. Let's take a look at Daryl's bipods. Ishasha, I beg your pardon, place accumulators, banker 2 by banker 2, by 458, by 379, by 3 and 8, by 1, by banker 3, and 18 ran PA Perm. Ishasha. Okay, race number 4 on the card. This is a Pinnacle Stakes over 1160 meters, this event. Start of the pick 6, expecting a decent pool on the day as well. So make notes of that. And we've got some lovely horses that are running in this particular event. Really talented horses at the end of the day. Betway on the Friday got Lucky Lad top of the boards at around 6.5 to 10. William Robertson 4 to 1 and 5 to 1 about Captain Pig. You can get 7 to 1 and better about the others. Lucky Lad won over this course and distance before. We want to just refresh your memory on this occasion. You'll take a look and see what he does here. Here he is highlighted and gets taken through on the inside upper centre. Came under a ride early.
Yes, Clyde, this race didn't work out for him, and it was actually amazing to see him get up in the latter stages. This is quite a few runs back, Clyde. I think it's 4 runs back or 5 runs back. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. And well, we wanted to show you, you know, his last course and distance run or effort.
Well,
win,
Clyde,
I mean, it was win.
Clyde is the boss of bosses up the Turffontein Straight.
Yeah.
He's 3 from 3 over this course and distance. He wins whether it's a prep or whether he's been tuned for that. I mean, his class just always seems to pull him through. In his penultimate start, I actually played to beat him. He was having his prep for the Mercury. He was giving away lumps of weight, and he proved me wrong. That's just the type of horse he is, Clyde. He's a superstar. He's only 2 blotches on his record or the runs over a mile. Am I right?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, so Clyde, I really want to see him bounce back. I mean, that
he
run...
needs a ride. I think he's got to be driven to get going.
But in a small field, I
mean, a horse like William Robertson not sleeping. Don't worry, he'll be alive in the race. Trust
we have
me.
to touch on that Mercury form line, Clyde, when he ran second. I mean, Sergey got the run of the race and all went wrong for Lucky Lad around the bend. Have a listen to this, Clyde. In that race, 8th was Gladiatorian. He's won. 9th was Snow Pilot. He's won. 10th was Cruise Control. He's top class in the Eastern Cape. He won twice, and then Quasi for sure won. Yeah. Now, Clyde, in the pick 6, you can see I added in the scratching Cousin Casey, and I included William Robertson. The fact of the matter is he's having his peak run. He's also deadly up the Turffontein Straight. He's drawn towards the outside. He's got fitness on his side. He's not too badly in at the weights of here. And he's in receipt of 2.5 kilograms from Lucky Lad.
Yeah.
Do I expect Lucky Lad to win? Yes. Will his class probably pull him through? Yes. But I've got healthy respect for William Robertson.
Okay, so Daryl's looking to double up here. William Robertson is alive in terms of ability and all that sort of stuff. We respect him. Lucky Lad's the horse to beat. 1, 2, 3. Should the tight favourite win, we double up by 4, 5, 8, by 3, 7, 9, by 3 and 8. Banker 1, banker 3, a 54 and pick 6. Jackpot time, race 5, run over 1800 metres, a middle stakes event. And having a look at the best weighted column in these sort of races. Home of the Brave comes out best ahead of East Coast, Argo Alley and Atarime. Nice horses. They've got ability, these horses. They can run. And Argo Alley's in the form of its life as 7-2 favourite. Atarime, the second choice on the Friday. Well, actually joint favourite 7-2 the pair. Warhawk Bomber is 4-1. And Marauding Horde is at 5-1. You can get 6-1 about Home of the Brave. And then 7-1 about Command Pilot. I thought when looking at it, Marauding Horde, I said, hey, well, how do you summarize? What do you make of this horse? It's got loads of ability, this horse.
Yeah, but he's prepping. He's prepping. Yes, Clyde, you know, this race card's very thin, right? And I bank at the two in the last 2 legs of the pick six. I can't afford to go field and field. Do I have respect for a lot of runners in this race? Yes, I have. But I've taken a stance, and I've only gone 3 runners. And they all happen to be out of the same form line, Clyde. So, yes, home of the Brave and East Coast. They're well in over here. They represent the same form line. Can they feature? Absolutely, yes. I've got respect for them. But I don't want to play it and catch the pick six and break square. Sure. That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm with you.
Command Pilot is a horse that I'm going to be watching in his next start. He's having his first run after arresting Gelding, Clyde. Whitish draw. In my mind, I think they're going to come out easy with him, give him a chance and let him run on and finish his race. So, Argo Ali, since returning from that layoff, Clyde, the lengthy layoff, he's been super impressive in both his victories to date. Now he's having his peak run. What I do want to say is, Sinjon's got a lot of horses who are very consistent lately. But if 2 or 3 of them at Turffontein on Tuesday ran below par, I don't know. But this horse is in the form of his life. Go back to his penultimate start when beating Bloomington on the inside track. They went very quick on that occasion, and there were 2 horses that were out of the ground, namely Warhawk Bomber and Atarime. Now, Warhawk Bomber is Gavin's putting him up 1.5 kilos, and he's 2.5 kilograms better off with the Argo Ali. But then again, Argo Ali was returning from a lengthy layoff, but I got respect for him because he was so far back turning for him. Then you got Atarime, who's also held. But, Clyde, this horse I think is going to love the switch to the stand-side track. He's been very impressive since being gelded. And on paper he's held, but I got respect for him. So I'm leaning towards Argo Ali confirming the form with those 2. But they are the dangers in my mind.
East Coast, give any sort of chance, East Coast?
If you're playing wider, yes. But, you know, Clyde, this horse, I really expected so much more from him. Sure.
All right, well, we've got a jackpot from Daryl, 458 by 379 by 3 and 8 by Banker 1. Okay, back with us, a handicap over 1,100 metres. Early market's got Pistol P top of the boards at 17 to 10. Second favourite Greatrix at 19 to 10. And 5 to 1 about number 7, Rainbow Reward. Does it come down to 2 horses? The top 2 in the betting that I've just quoted, Pistol Pete and Greatrix.
Listen, Clyde, they're lovely 3-year-olds, but both of them are returning from a layoff.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're prepping. They're prepping, Clyde.
Yeah, fair enough.
So,
but a horse like Pistol Pete's got a lot of speed and ability. And
sure, Clyde. So, for that reason only, I happen to include number 7, Rainbow Reward. Listen, they got more class than him, but he's got the fitness and he's off a very competitive mark. He's going to run another honest race. So I've got respect for him, but I really think the 3-year-olds should get the better of him. But if they are in need of it and so forth, would I be shocked to see Rainbow Reward get the better of them? Absolutely not. Now, Clyde, Pistol Pete, I actually believe he's penultimate starts and he's run in the, the Gold Medallion, were his 2 most impressive runs to date. He was very unlucky in the Gold Medallion, Clyde. Remember, he got taken out at a crucial stage. Calvin and Richard on the winner went for the same gap, and Richard got it first, and Calvin had to ease. And then in his penultimate start, he gave Beyond Ironside, Clyde, 4 kilograms. I thought Beyond Ironside was going to be at the weights, the horse to upstage him. But that was a super impressive victory. I want to see this horse bounce back to winning ways, Clyde. I really do. He's decent, and in my mind, he's definitely trained on. Well, he's getting better. Let me put it to you that way. Sure. Clyde, he's taken on Greatrix. Now, they've met in the past. That was in the Stormbird. Pistol Pete was having his 3rd start. Greatrix was making his debut. Now, you can see Greatrix got beat 5.5 lengths and he's 4 kilograms better off at the weights. He comes into this race, I think, 1 kilo under sufferance, if I'm not mistaken. but I wouldn't read too much into that. I don't know his well-being. He's been off the track for quite some time. Listen to this, Clyde. In the Stormbird States, you know who ran 4th in that race? Rhonda Bosch.
Ah, lovely.
And you know who ran 2nd? Fire Attack, who won the nursery.
Sure.
So yeah, these are top 3-year-olds over here. I want to see Pistol Pete come back to winning ways. So I'm going in order 3, 9, 7.
Okay, that's the pick 3. 379 by 3 and 8 by Banker 1. It appears we have to include all 3 in our play. Welcome back, everybody. We're having a look at race number 7 now. It's a handicap at the 102 level. Early markets on Friday has got Greeting My Master as the favourite, priced up at around 2 to 1. 3 to 1, number 4, Master Christmas. Number 1, Silent War, the third choice, and that's priced up at 11 to 2, as is number 7, Jury's Out, at 11 to 2. And then there is one other that's worth quoting, and that is a horse called Mastership, who I thought must have some sort of claim. Okay, Daryl, let's go through it. A few horses needed here, or where are you focusing?
I went 2 runners, and you can go wider, Clyde.
Which 2 did you go?
Mastership and Greeting My Master.
I'm glad to hear Mastership's one of them, okay?
Yes. Now, Clyde, there's a lot of collateral form line over here. They've met in the past. Yeah. Mastership won their goalie mile. Excuse me, Clyde. 3 runs back, he won their goalie mile. And he had a few of these runners behind him. You know, the pennies dropped for the son of Master My Fate. Since he got some confidence with that first victory, his maiden victory, he's gone on since then. Last time out, you can see in his penultimate start, he had excuses, Clyde. And Miss Stinger put him away after that. Gave him a nice break. Came back in a race where he wasn't favourably treated at the weights. Barbaresco and Sukhumvit was slung in on that occasion, and he ran a cracker. In need of that run. So surely he's going to strip fitter, back in a handicap. He must have a strong winning chance. I think he's overpriced over here. Mastership. What
11 and 2, huh?
Yeah, I think he's got a strong winning chance over here.
If you like him, you like Jury's Out too then? Based on that, when they met.
Like I said, Clyde, because I want to make money with my pick 6, I only went with 2 runners over here. But if you want to go wider, you have to include a few others. Now, Greeting My Master in the goalie mile, he had excuses. It was his first run on the Haarveld. He had a terrible draw to overcome, and he was balked at a crucial stage. Last time out, 62 kilograms on the inside track. From the worst of the draws. Cracking effort. Form lines hold up. Yeah, so I think those are the 2 we can focus over here. I think this is still part of Greeting My Master's prep. I think they got a nice race in mind for him, but I think he's going to go very close in his second run after layoff. So I've gone in order 8 from 3. I prefer Master Christmas at the Vaal. Got respect for Jury's Out, and if you want to go even wider, Prince of Green.
All right, that's the jackpot. Daryl's make note of the jackpot numbers, guys. 6 rand. Welcome back. Let's take a look at our next race on the card. This is a race run over the 1600 metres, handicap fillies and mares, and it's a divided race at 94 level. Well, VJ's Angel's a very good horse. We heard Tony Peter make reference to the fact that she wasn't well drawn, and if she was well drawn, he would have thought she would run a very good race. Under the circumstances from that draw, she ran 4 lengths to, or thereabouts, to Celtic Rumours, and I suppose now she must have a much brighter chance of winning. She's Betway's favourite at 3 to 10 or 1 to 3 or something like that. Quantum is the next best in, who's priced up at 8 to 1. Dance Milord's now on the Highveld is 10 to 1 and 12 to 1 about a horse called Zenobia's Gold. One horse race, or what's the plan, Mr. Murray?
Steering job.
Steering job, is it?
Listen, you're not going to get rich. That's the reason why we've opted for a pick 3, Clyde.
Yes.
Clyde, we're gonna be seeing VJ's Angel lock horns with Joe Somer's filly, Fiery Pegasus.
Yes,
this
in
season.
due course. Sure.
Eh?
Sure.
And you can see how obviously VJ's Angel carried 2 kgs more than Fiery Pegasus in her comeback effort last time out. But I personally believe she's the best 3-year-old filly, certainly on the Haarveld, VJ's Angel. And yeah, she's unbeaten around the Turffontein stand-side bend, Clyde. So yeah, this is a steering job. I actually thought that was a nice effort considering she turned into the straight stone last. She was wide and Cabello just kept on easing her back, easing her back. She turned into the straight stone last. She had no chance from then. She was looked after. One draw. I know it's a handicap and everything should have a chance of here, Clyde, but really the field that she's bumping over here, if she comes off the bit, I'll be disappointed.
Okay.
Why are you laughing?
No, I hear you. Oh, you know, I see
she's
Michael,
different class, Clyde.
Lance Michael's got dance below on the Highveld now with Sean.
Good luck to her.
But they must have a race plan for her, obviously.
Yeah. No, listen, she's a
lovely
mare, but you're talking about a 6-year-old mare taking on a machine here, Clyde. I know weight stops trains, but not this train.
Okay. This is a pick 3. Make note of what Daryl likes in race 10. So this is in race 10, 2, 5 and 7 in race 10. So you guys know that DeMarco's Jet, Pearl in Her Crown and Theatre of Life fancied in the last. So we're bankering 1, banker 3, race 10. Our numbers are 2, 5 and 7. Okay, welcome back everybody. Now we move on to the 9th race on the card and have a look at Betway's market, and you can get around about 17 to 20 on this horse, number 3, Heather's Boy, from the Mike de Kock stable. Craig Zackie will be riding it. 4, Lady Laidlaw. 4, Bacchus is the second favourite at 3 to 1, and it's 10 to 1 bar the 2 of them. Heather's Boy, lots of talk about this horse. He seems to be above average. I think Mike de Kock did comment, Charles Pretorius got him to comment in an article that he does appear to be the bee's knees, but, you know, it's still early days.
Yeah, he has to do it on the track, Clyde.
Sure.
But if there's been a horse that's ever caught your eye on debut, this is him. I know he's taking on some lovely sorts, or not lovely sorts, there could be a very nice sort in Bacchus, but some hard-knocking handicappers over here. But Clyde, for him to have come out on the back foot, on the inside track, on debut, and still pick it up in a short straight, Clyde, you have to be super, super impressed with what he did. And now he's switching to the stand-side track. He's got that 1 run under his belt. The form lines worked out extremely well. I mean, horses that finished behind him have won convincingly in the next start. Let's hope Ichacha, how did you say it earlier? Ishasha has franked that form too. But even if he hasn't, Clyde, I think this horse has got big fish to fry. I mean, he could be the real deal. And let's hope so, Clyde. We want to see champions on the Highveld.
Absolutely we do.
So, yes, I like the fact that he's drawn out wide again. I want Craig to give him a chance again, Clyde, because he came out sluggish on debut and he got the job done. The worst thing that in my mind could happen is him to be in front on Saturday. So let's give him a chance and unwind on that long straight.
All right.
Bacchus, I think, Clyde, this horse could be anything. I think he's bred to go 2,000 meters, Bacchus. But you know that he's got scratched recently, Clyde.
What happened to him?
He was scratched at the start in a race where Sean Terry's horse won. He was coughing.
Oh, was he coughing?
He was coughing, Clyde. I just think he can't trouble Heather's Boy in only receipt of 1 kilogram. So yes, 3 from 4, but Heather's Boy in the first leg of the double.
All right, well, Bacchus will know where he stands right now with when he bumps Heather's Boy. Let's see how that all pans out. All right, let's take a look at the 10th race on the card, the last one at Turffontein on Saturday afternoon. Hopefully it's been a good day for everybody. It's a divided handicap and it's over 1,600 metres. Friday, full race 10 on Friday, the market Betway had Pearl in Her Crown as favourite at 2 to 1. Number 2, DeMarco's Jet, second choice at 28 to 10. 9 to 2 about number 10, Except Cookies. Then you had Last Card to Pass is next best at 11 to 2. And then a horse that Daryl likes, number 7, Theatre of Life. We're going to talk to Daryl about it. Is priced up at 10 to 1. All right, Daryl, let's talk about the race and see what the story is in this event.
Where do you see 10 to 1?
Which one?
Getting me excited, yeah, now.
Theatre of Life.
Yeah. 7.5 to 1.
7.5 out shortened, okay.
Clyde.
I saw 10 to 1 this morning, so you got on early, obviously.
Clyde, listen, there is a danger, and the reason why I'm suggesting a win bet on Theatre of Life is strictly because of the price. 15 to 2, 7.5 to 1, way overpriced, Clyde. So let's touch on her danger, Pearlin O'Crian. You know, this filly's actually been a mile in the past, so I think the connections are fairly convinced that she's capable and the miles within her reach. Last time out, beaten quite comfortably by We Are the Logans, but it wasn't a bad effort whatsoever. It was in open company, second run after rest. Now she's having a peak run, improving 3-year-old filly. If I'm not mistaken, making her handicap debut, Clyde. So I'll give her a chance. But Theatre of Life, I don't know if you recall that victory, Clyde. Did you see that race where Striker won?
Yes, yes.
If I'm not mistaken, Striker in the post-race interview was extremely positive and upbeat about this filly. He said, and I could be wrong, but he said in the post-race interview, you know, that if he meets the runner-up next time out, he beats her by further.
Okay.
Do you remember that?
Sure, and she's learning what it's all about, and she's going to progress.
She won with a lot in hand, and she had that field stretched out. Steeplechase margins.
Yes.
Far back in that race was a horse, Fireburst, that won.
Right.
And she was 7 odd lengths behind. She was in need of that run. You know, she debuted against winners. This filly has done absolutely nothing wrong to date. So I think she's a huge danger to Pearlin O'Crian. Others in the race I'm not really fan of. DeMarco's Jet returning from a layoff, a wide draw to contend with. She seems to be off a right mark. She'll be consistent again. But then the other two in the market, I think they are the drifters and they'll blow out, numbers 9 and 10. So the money will all be for Theatre of Life, but I respect the favourite. Two-horse race, we have to get stuck in at the 15 to 2 because it is value.
Thank you, Daryl. Theatre of Life in the 10th and final. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching Betway's Waiter to Win.